Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your monthly May 2019 reading forecast. This is for all Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign. Cancer, I already shuffled the cards and laid out your spread. We're going to take a look at what is the theme for you in May 2019. You got two cards that came out. We're going to take a look at what is your focus with the clarifier. We're going to take a look at what is your challenge. You had one card that fell out. We're going to take a look at what are the energies that you're dealing with in the month of May, with the last card also representing as well, not just the energy you're dealing with, but the outcome. And then we're going to take a look at what your guidance is for the energies that you're dealing with, and you have two cards that fell out. So, Cancer, I just want to extend a warm thank you to everyone who has liked, shared, and subscribed to my channel. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all of your support. I truly appreciate it, and thank you so very much. So, Cancer, let's get into your reading. Now, your theme, you have the Queen. Woman, fertility, feminine power, sexuality, friendships. This is a theme for you in the month of May 2019. And so, with this theme of the Queen, fertility and beauty, female sexual energy, earth pleasures, and friendships among women. A lot going on there. The Queen here is about reminding you of the importance of your self-esteem, your self-worth, and holding your head high now. Now is the time to set boundaries with others with gentle authority, yet try not to be isolated from them in the process. The Queen knows how to delegate authority when she needs to. So summon your inner Queen and ask for what you need when you need it. The Queen also here is about you having fun. So are you having fun, Cancer? Because fun is important. And so maybe you need to read a good book, have a cup of cocoa, go to a spa, get a massage, make plans with your pals. But look after yourself and remember to nurture your friendships while you're doing it. But also, the Queen knows that she needs allies in the world to sustain her, and in return, she shares her wealth with you. If you're concerned about a specific female and your relationship to her, this Queen stands to represent her, which will bode well or not so well, depending on which concern you have or what concern you have regarding the Queen. So, what is your concern if this is regarding someone that you are thinking about or you have a concern for? Because this Queen may be an ally or an adversary. So, be mindful to be aware of what you're dealing with. Do you have an ally or an adversary? And are you being an ally or being an adversary? But nonetheless, you be a queen. And this is male or female. But as in relation to, if you're thinking about someone that is a queen, consider whether or not that person is your ally or your foe. And what you might need to do about that. And so, Cancer, the other theme that you're dealing with is you have forgiveness. And so, with forgiveness, now is the time for you to search your heart, Cancer, for any unresolved resentment, anger, disagreements between you and another, perhaps that queen. And if you're still hurt or angry by another's behavior, or if there are circumstances in your life that you resent, this is a time when it's crucial to release the negative energies surrounding those situations. Resisting will only impede your growth and draw more unwanted experiences to you. Resentment and anger are emotional issues that actually bind you and hook you to the events that cause you suffering, keeping them alive inside you, draining you of your life force and inner light. Nothing good comes from hate, anger, or resentment. Peace can only come through forgiveness. When you release all that binds you to negativity, perhaps you need to forgive yourself for placing unrealistic expectations on your situation, resulting in a self sabotaging perception tainted by perfectionism. Look at the world and see how the lack of forgiveness feeds the turmoil and suffering around you. Forgiveness is the key to freedom and peace, and it starts with you. This requires you to participate in the act of forgiveness so that you can be an active part of spreading peace and beauty throughout this troubled world. So focus on forgiveness. Perhaps there's a need to have forgiveness towards a queen, perhaps a mother figure, or someone that is of importance to you, Cancer. And if so, perhaps forgiveness is in order, one way or another. You decide. So, let's see what your focus is in the month of May with the clarifier. And you have the Ten of Wands and you have Death. So, with the Ten of Wands, this is about you being burdened with responsibilities or feeling overwhelmed and not seeing an end to your burdens. And with Death, this is about, as a major arcana, you could be dealing with a Scorpio or have this energy in your chart. But with Death, this is about endings, transformation, change, letting go. And so your focus is you're trying to figure out how to bring an end to your burdens, how to bring change to the things that are overwhelming you, that you're dealing with. You're trying to figure out how to transform um, your responsibilities or the things that you just have a lot on your plate that you don't see an end to, or how to bring it to an end. And this is what you want to focus on dealing with, is bringing a lot of shit to an end that you're burdened by, that you are carrying, and that you are responsible for or dealing with, Cancer. And so your challenge in May is, wow, okay, is Death. And so with Death is your challenge here. You're having a challenge with bringing things to an end. You're having a challenge with trying to transform your situation. You're having a challenge possibly with being able to let things go, to release things that don't serve you, or just to be able to be released from things. Um, you're having a challenge with how to transform your situations and circumstances. So you're trying to figure out how to bring things to an end with Death, and you're challenged by how to go about doing that, how to make that happen. You could be even challenged with a Scorpio. You could have challenges with a Scorpio. Now, you also could have the challenge of trying to avoid something coming to an end, or you could have the challenge of um, not wanting to see something change. And so let's take a look at what are the energies are that you are dealing with, Cancer. in the course of the month of May. So you have, wow, the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is mental energy. The Seven of Swords can talk about you having negative self-talk. This could be you operating from a place of mental self-sabotage in your plans, in your objectives. But the Seven of Swords can also talk about you trying to come up with plans of an escape or a way to break free from something. The Seven of Swords can talk about you failing to do that. The Seven of Swords can talk about you trying to be deceptive or deceitful, or you failing to deceive, or you could be experiencing being deceived. This could talk about betrayal. This could talk about lies. This could talk about stealing. This could talk about not being able to get away with something. And so, with that Seven of Swords, Cancer, you have the Chariot. So the Chariot is the major kind of water energy. So you're trying to get something under control. You're trying to come up with a plan to get something under control, to gain the victory in something, to overcome any obstacles or challenges and have forward movement and progress. And this is you trying to have the use of your will and your intellect with the determination to have movement on your goals. And so the caution here is with the Seven of Swords and the Chariot, Cancer, is for you to not entertain negative self-talk, or for you to have thoughts or plans that cause your own self-sabotage, or for you to not be deceptive, to lie, or to steal, but there, but instead to focus on how to be clever and cunning, um, and with your way of escape or how to get out of something that you want forward movement on, or that you're trying to get control of. And with the Chariot, the caution with the Chariot is in your quest for victory or forward movement or to get control of something, you want to be careful to be prudent and patient and not grow impatient or arrogant. You want to be mindful to operate from a place of reason and using your instinct. You want to be mindful that it may require you to be flexible or to go with the flow, and that you want to maintain balance and focus on your aims with the goal of having stability in the situation. And there is a need for you to have emotional control and to be sensible. And so you have the Page of Swords. And with the Page of Swords, this is air energy communication. With the Page of Swords, you could receive communication, or you could be bringing communication. With the Page of Swords, if there's communication, this is news that could be sharp and cutting and even sting and be a little painful, but it's still the truth nonetheless. But with the Page of Swords, you also could be focused on considering something, giving something some consideration, or you could be focusing on protecting yourself, or you could be focusing on how to cut something out, or you could be focusing on spying, or you could be being spied upon. Now, with the Page of Swords, you have the Magician. So, with the Magician, it's a major arcana, air energy. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or have that energy in your chart, Cancer. And so, with the Magician, you are considering and trying to come up with a plan, or perhaps revise your plan, or come up with a new focus with regard to how to initiate something that you want to manifest in your world, that you will look to drawing on your creativity, your talent, your skills, and your abilities, and taking action, and taking the power of influence over your circumstances and trying to manifest what you want in your world. Now the thing is, with the magician, you do seem to have all the tools to create and manifest what you want here. So my question to you is, what are you considering with that page of swords? So with the magician, the caution is, be careful about how you intend to manifest, because with the magician, there's also the ability to exercise the use in the shadow, in the lower vibration, where you are using manipulation and trickery as a means to manifest what you want. And that is negative energy. So, how are you going about what you're considering to manifest here, that you are trying to be able to get some control in an effort to address burdens that you possibly look to want to bring into or make changes to Cancer? And with that Seven of Swords, are you looking to take control by force? Are you looking to take control and have victory through lies, deceit, treachery, and betrayal? Or are you looking to get away with something where you're looking to go through some unethical means? What side of this are you on? So be mindful of what means you intend to apply here, because you do have as the theme the queen. Now this could be something that's happening to you, and if so, remember with the queen, to be mindful of your friendships, your allies, and who may not be your allies, but for you to also turn to and speak up about what your needs are, and operate from a place of integrity and truth, which would serve you better than to perhaps look to less um, commendable means, or less desirable means, or manipulative means. So you also have the Seven of Cups. So with the Seven of Cups, this is water energy, feelings, and emotions. So you're dealing with possibly some confusion or issues in judgment, or having clarity in a situation, or you may be trying to weigh your options, or you may have few options to consider from, or you may need to see what are all the options. But you want to make sure that you're making the right decision here, and you are using clear and sound judgment. And so with that Seven of Cups, you have the Two of Pentacles. So you are looking to create change, create balance. You are looking to juggle things. You are looking to adapt. You are looking to possibly make a decision either to do with your money, or to do with your resources, or something that's going on in your physical world, that this decision is important, and you need to have a good use of judgment, a decision that you are looking to create balance with, or create some sort of change that removes confusion, but or to avoid confusion. Or there is a need to get balance to some confusion before you make any decisions, that's for sure. Wow. And so you have the moon. And with the moon, this is water energy. So the moon is a major arcana. You could be experiencing some very, very intense emotions and feelings. But with the moon, this is also possible that Cancer, you may be tapping into your psychic awareness, tapping into your intuition. You may be sensing some hidden dangers, experiencing a measure of uneasiness about the things you cannot see, but sense that could be there or lurking or soon to come about. This may be you experiencing some sort of deception, or this could be you experiencing some sort of mystery, seeing things only in part, experiencing some uncertainty. Whatever you're dealing with or doing, this could be you needing to pay attention to your dreams or pay attention to your intuition. This could be you needing to follow your instincts, or your intuition could be off. This could be you experiencing a measure of introspection. You could be in a dark night of the soul where you are experiencing very dark emotions, very shadowy emotions. With this energy, you could be tapping into your sixth sense with this energy as well. Be careful of illusions with this energy. And so with the moon, you have the Page of Cups. And so with the Page of Cups, this could definitely be about you. I feel like this is about you tapping into your intuition, because this is the Page of Cups can talk about intuition, but the Page of Cups could also talk about you having issues with your creativity, or you dealing with you trying to heal your emotions around something with this Page of Cups. Or you could be emotional, um, responding intensely emotionally to some news that could come in with this Page of Cups, Cancer. And so you have Judgment, which is also your outcome. And with Judgment, this is a major kind of fire energy. And Judgment talks about very important decisions. This could also talk about you receiving a judgment that could either be in your favor or not in your favor. This could talk about you receiving a second chance or a lack of a second chance. This could talk about an awakening, a new phase of realization, new ideas, perception. This could talk about a lack or refusal of making a decision. This could be you rising to the call in a situation. This could be you looking to liberate yourself in a situation. So with Judgment, you also have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is air energy. The Nine of Swords is mental energy. And so the Nine of Swords is about you experiencing worries and fears, whether real or perceived. You see that this person has their hands tied. So you're fearing the worst, or you're having worries and fears about something. Um, and so this is you rising to the call, or you breaking free from your worries and fears about something, because you are either getting a realization that allows you to move away from your worries and fears and concerns, or you get a second chance, or you're able to liberate yourself, or you make a decision that allows you to overcome the fears and worries that you are experiencing in your mind. So with Judgment, this is something working out for you. This is something that is allowing you to feel a measure of liberation, feeling a measure of renewal, a measure of realization, a second chance, um, perhaps even awakening. So very nice. So you are able to break free of some worry or concerns that you are experiencing in May, Cancer. Now, perhaps Judgment is you may have been being hard on yourself, or feel that someone has been hard on you, or been judging you, or you have may have been judging someone, and you are releasing that, or someone is no longer being judgmental of you. And so let's take a look at, Cancer, what your guidance is for the energies that you're dealing with, because you are got a lot going on here. Do focus on healing your feelings and emotions. Do focus on forgiveness. I do feel that if this is about you being hard on yourself and you being overcritical about yourself, um, Cancer, forgive yourself and try to get a sense of humor about things. This is a time where you need to smile a little more about your problems, okay, instead of beating yourself up about it. All right? You do the best you can, and even if you feel you've made a mistake or you're making mistakes, you know, pardon yourself. All right? Forgive yourself and move on and just try again. So let's take a look at what your guidance is. So, with your guidance, you have direction, navigation, guidance, and signs. Nice. So, with this energy, Cancer, the challenge of with this energy you may be facing is that you may be having a challenge with finding your way. But the challenge with this energy is not so much about you finding your way as much as it is about you embarking. You have stopped long enough. Now is the time to choose a direction and take the first steps. Accept that some things will always be a mystery. The searching you have done needs to now become the action, the fuel for your forward movement. If all directions seem equal, look for signs that beckon you toward a specific path. Make your move, make a decision, Cancer. And if it doesn't work out, you can always return to a point again to choose a different direction. And some questions you may ask yourself is, what first steps do you need to take? What signs lead you forward? And what do you feel spiritually guided to do? And perhaps that will help you to move forward and make a decision. And so you may be burdened with needing to make a decision, and you're burdened with making a change, transforming something, or letting something go. And you're worried because you're worried about the decision that you're making, or you are in confusion because you're not sure. You don't know how something's going to turn out or what you're going to end up creating as a result. And you don't know if something's going to end up out of balance, or what will change. But you know what? If that's the case, ain't shit happening right now. So what we're certain about is that. And if you're not happy with that, and your goal is there's something you're trying to do, and what's keeping you from it is whether or not it's going to work out, guess what? You're not doing it and not making that decision. It's not working out just because you're not deciding to try. So make a decision and follow the signs. And the universe is supporting you. You're not doomed. Trust yourself. Use reason. Follow your instincts. And move forward. And so let's take a look at what your other guidance is, Cancer. You have celebration, bliss, joy, and delight. And so, with this energy, I feel that this is talking about, there's a need for you to have a little more happy. Okay? There's a you need a little more Hakuna Matata. So, this month in May, focus on as well um, bringing more joy into your world, doing things that make you happy, doing things that bring you more delight, doing things that bring you a little more bliss, doing things that allow you to feel in a better place about making that decision, doing that choice, rising to the call, taking that leap, doing the thing that it is that you want to do, you know. Even at the risk of you worrying about whether or not it comes to an end. It's at an end anyway if you're not even doing it. Message. So I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.